Many tech enthusiasts have turned their attention to the second half of this year, and the reason is none other than the fact that Huawei and Apple, these two old rivals, will both unveil their high-end flagship devices at their respective autumn product launches. There were rumors that Huawei's Mate60 series and Apple's iPhone 15 series would be released on the same day, and it can be foreseen that the intense competition between these two rivals will completely ignite the digital sphere. However, unexpectedly, Huawei suddenly released the Mate60 Pro at the end of August without any pre-launch hype or official event. Moreover, up until now, the device is still in short supply, gaining a head start in terms of popularity. Subsequently, the release of the iPhone 15 series doesn't seem to attract as much attention. So, many people may wonder, since the Mate60 Pro has already been released, why not continue with this rhythm and forego the need for a product launch event? Although that might be the case, the reality is different, and the launch event still needs to be held. Huawei's autumn product launch event was held on September 25, where numerous new Huawei products made their debut, and everyone's expectations were at an all-time high. In response to this, some netizens jokingly remarked that almost all of the highly anticipated Mate60 series had already been released for sale, so what else would be announced at this event? Other netizens let their imaginations run wild, envisioning that on the day of the event, Richard Yu, the CEO of Huawei's Consumer Business Group, might step onto the stage and address the fans below, saying, "Please hold up your Mate60 Pro devices, and let's shout, leading the way, together." Currently, the Huawei Mate60 series has mainly released two models, the standard Mate60 and the high-end Mate60 Pro. These two models share a similar exterior design and both feature the new generation Xuanwu architecture. The screens of both models also support LTPO adaptive refresh rate and FHD resolution, but they differ in screen size. The Mate60 has a screen size of 6.69 inches, while the Mate60 Pro has a screen size of 6.82 inches. However, it is worth mentioning the Huawei Mate60 Pro. Although the official specifications do not explicitly state which processor it is equipped with, according to results from third-party benchmarking software, it is powered by the Kirin 9000's chipset, and its internet speed far exceeds that of 5G. What does this mean? It means that the Kirin chipset and 5G have made a comeback. If you think the outstanding features of the Huawei Mate60 Pro are only the Kirin chipset and 5G, then you are completely mistaken. The Mate60 Pro has introduced a direct upgrade by incorporating satellite phone functionality, connecting to China's satellite. This allows for communication worldwide, unaffected by environmental factors or terrain. Whether in signal-deprived deserts, rainforests, or enclosed environments like underground parking lots or elevators, communication can be maintained. Furthermore, the ultra-reliable Xuanwu architecture is also one of the key highlights of the Mate60 series. It significantly enhances the phone's resistance to drops and impacts. Coupled with the strength of Kunlun glass, the Mate60 series achieves a level of drop resistance that surpasses expectations. Undeniably, despite undergoing 3 years of US sanctions, Huawei has made a high-profile comeback with the Mate60 series, thanks to its exceptional performance and unique cutting-edge technology experiences. In this pinnacle showdown, the Huawei Mate60 series is already leading the way. Despite the reserved silence maintained by certain mainstream US media outlets and the US government, the shockwaves caused by Huawei's latest flagship phone, the Mate60 Pro, continue to reverberate within the US public opinion sphere. Bloomberg commissioned a professional organization to dismantle the new device, searching for traces of China's technological progress. Some have even boldly claimed that this development is a slap in the face for the United States. The surprise displayed by US public opinion seems genuine, and it can be summarized by two questions: has Huawei succeeded? Has the United States failed? What phones Huawei releases and what technologies they adopt should have nothing to do with the United States and should not generate such attention. Dismantling devices is a routine action for professionals in the tech industry to understand new products, and it is mostly an individual endeavor. However, for US media to make a big fuss by commissioning organizations to dismantle the device is inherently abnormal. Just imagine if Chinese media approached dissecting an Apple phone with a searching mentality, using microscopes to analyze the new technologies it incorporates. Clearly, such behavior would be regarded as peculiar. Moreover, to be frank, Chinese society as a whole welcomes the technological advancements of American products. Hardly anyone perceives these technological progressions as a sign of China's failure, let alone feeling slapped in the face. On September 3, 2023, in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, the Kirin 9000's chip manufactured by SMIC, derived from Huawei Technologies Company Limited, Mate60 Pro smartphone. The surprise felt by some American elites ultimately stems from their general belief that China is currently unable to produce high-end chips on its own. This is not just an ordinary little thing, they say. According to Kevin Clemens, a technology policy researcher at Harvard University, the United States has taken unprecedented measures to launch a surgical strike against China's semiconductor industry, doing everything possible to undermine China's semiconductor technology development. He further claims that some of these actions have gone beyond the wildest dreams of anyone. However, even under this intense suppression, in what the United States considers its most assured and crucial domain, something beyond their control has suddenly emerged. This is enough to breach the defenses of some Washington politicians with extremely distorted views on China. Instead of solely dismantling smartphones, it would be better for some people in the United States to deconstruct and reconstruct their understanding of China's technological development and innovation. Over the years, more than just Huawei has made progress under the extreme pressure from the United States. It can be said that in every field where the United States has attempted to eliminate China, such as aerospace and energy, China has made significant breakthroughs. These advancements have brought more technological dividends to the world and strengthened its connections with the international community. The trend of China achieving high-level technological self-reliance and strength is irreversible. As many Chinese internet users have said, those who cannot kill us will ultimately make us stronger. Some US media have engaged in self-reflection regarding the release of new Huawei devices, acknowledging that US restrictions have numerous loopholes rather than being entirely useless. This kind of thinking is akin to trying to forcibly construct a dam in the midst of rolling waves without considering whether those waves can be stopped. Eventually, they will realize that what they have exerted great effort to build is an island that entraps themselves. Regrettably, we have yet to see Washington engage in profound introspection from angles such as, why do the restrictive measures fail, or, are certain policy measures flawed, and make corresponding adjustments. Whenever a Chinese company launches a new electronic product, there are individuals in the United States who, driven by political motives, eagerly dismantle it. When China signs a cooperation agreement with another country, the US promptly leans in to listen and even travels to that country to lobby. Let Washington continue its self-inflicted turmoil. The facts have repeatedly proven that US suppression only strengthens China's determination for independent innovation, self-reliance, and openness to the outside world. The steps China takes forward cannot be halted. Considering another country's technological progress as a threat is inherently abnormal. In today's deeply interconnected world, any technological advancement will ultimately benefit humanity as a whole. The fundamental criterion for judging its success lies in how many people can ultimately enjoy the technological dividends it brings. In this sense, if Washington continues to cling to a fortress mentality, it will only stray further from the desired victory.